Hello friends, how you doing? Day 358, and I'm coming in a little clean shaven here. I just want to come in and do a pretty short one today, and I just want to talk about a simple question. It's a topic of leadership, but a simple question: what gives true influence? John Maxwell says that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. But what is influence? If I were to ask you, how would you answer that? Is it money? Is it wealth? Is it position? Is it relationship? And I think all those things does help in terms of actually developing and creating influence. However, I'd like to venture the topic of the thing that gives true influence is moral authority. And what is that? Essentially, it's a commitment to doing what's right. You're not following the crowd. You're not listening to what other people think. You're not doing things to try to gain influence. You're doing it because it's the right thing. And it may be an issue of integrity. It's a character issue as well, right? But integrity really is just doing what you're saying. And a moral authority goes a little bit deeper in terms of actually doing what you're saying, but doing the right thing, because it's the right thing, and nothing else. And I know that it's hard for people. It's a struggle. I know I've definitely had that struggle. Just number one, first and foremost, just the issue of integrity, right? I'm at day 358. There's no way I would ever have been able to do anything 358 days straight without building my integrity. And so moral authority, again, goes a little further, and it's about doing the right thing, right? Whatever, for a lot of my earlier years, even into my early 20s and mid 20s, I'd always had a vision of who I wanted to be, but I wasn't living up to that. And so, I think my late 20s, I kind of got fed up with that. I'm like, who am I really? And how do I want to live? Because I have these great visions or ideas or these intentions of the type of person I wanted to be, but I wasn't really living it out. And that bugged me. And so I started to make some changes. I started to surround myself with people who would help me get to where I need to be. And people who keep me accountable. And so, one of the hardest things to do with regards to moral authority is because the world doesn't have a lot of great examples. I think Mother Teresa was a great example of somebody who had moral authority. You could never really fault her on anything because she lived what she preached. But nowadays, you don't really see that too often. And, I'm definitely nowhere near perfect, but I'm, that's a question that I always ask myself, and I'm working on bettering in that area. And, here's the thing. If you're working hard at creating something more in your life, maybe even a vision, or business or what have you, it's hard sometimes to do the right thing when you put your heart and soul into something. But my encouragement is to keep your character intact, and even if that means jeopardizing your business or what have you, because at the end of the day, like, you can always rebuild that. And if it's a higher calling, if you will, a higher vision, then I believe there will be a higher power intervening somewhere. And so it's just a subject I had just recently read, and I just thought it was very powerful. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. And so, if you have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear. Shoot it in the comments. What do you think gives true influence? And what are your thoughts on moral authority? Do you see or do you know many people who are living life that way? Anyway, that's all I want to share with you guys tonight. It's more of a thinker, if anything, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, right? I believe it's a very important topic, and one thing that can help us all move forward in society. I had a couple of thoughts, but I think, I'll share it another time. See you, friends.